So imagine that you have something with you yourself living on a 90th floor facing to Burj Khalifa. So imagine the kind of a view that you will have of a one bedroom.
Real estate is more than just properties. It's about opportunities, growth, and shaping the future. Today, I'm with Mani Kapoor at DANUBE Properties, and we are here to explain to you how you can benefit from this real estate market, especially through DANUBE Properties. Hi, Mani.
Hi, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity.
No worries. How is everything with you?
Everything is good, thank you.
That's great. So, Mani, please, if you don't mind, tell us about DANUBE Properties briefly.
Okay, so before I just talk about Danube Properties, I want to give an understanding that, behind Danube Properties, there is a huge group which is involved called Danube Group. Okay, in itself, established in 1993. So we already
Wow.
have an existence from long time into the market
Okay.
as Danube Group. And within Danube Group, we have certain verticals. Danube Properties is one of those,
Oh, wow.
And since we've been in the market from this long, we have certain other verticals as well, which is Milano, which is an
Milano.
Italian sanitary fitting brands.
Okay.
Then we have Danube Homes, where you will see many retail units around GCC or other
You're all
parts
over
of
the
India.
place.
Yeah, so they are well priced, nicely maintained. A lot of, even I'm sure you must have one small item from Danube Homes for sure.
Definitely, yes.
Other than that, Danube Properties, of course, growing very fast. We have about a lot of portfolios which is existingly now in Dubai. Okay, have about 42 projects, which is a mix of ready to move in as well as off-plan properties. So on and off, the man behind this is Mr. Rizwan Sajan, who is the founder and the chairman of the Danube Group,
Okay.
as well as Danube Properties. And he's also known as 1%
The
per month
1%
payment
man.
plan. So he that very famous. We do a lot of marketing around
The world.
the vicinity, all around the world. There are two more verticals which I want to tell Danube Media. That's called Star Media Group.
Okay.
Then we have another last vertical that is hospitality.
Oh.
So we've been into different verticals all in and around. It's actually working as a backward integration which moves within Danube Properties itself. So I'll talk about that.
Thank you so much. So, what makes DANUBE stand out from other developers out there? Because given the fact that Dubai alone is home to almost 100 development companies. So, what makes DANUBE Properties stand out from the rest?
Nice question. So it's very simple. We do a lot of marketing, that's for sure. Awareness is a lot. When it just not about Danube Properties, but we do aware people about how to purchase, how they can, if they do not want to take loan, there are some possibilities where someone do not want to take a loan, want to just buy a house. So we have very smart 1% payment plan, which is involved, right?
Okay.
So I'll be discussing this briefly.
Okay.
So that's one point. And then I was telling you that it works as integrated backward, scheme that we apply to our approach. We involve all our verticals in Danube Properties. It
Okay.
comes fully furnished, from Danube Homes, or we've been associated with big brands called Tonino Lamborghini Casa, or we've been associated with our recent properties with Dolce Vita. So that's one part. So we've been associated with big brands, Fashion TV, there are so
Yeah.
many brands we've been involved with, and it becomes very, very comfortable for a lot of buyers to interact with us.
Given the fact that we are sitting already in one of your show apartments, we can
Yes.
see the reflection of the quality that you guys are using in the interior specifically. Okay. There are rumors going about in the community out there.
Yes.
They're saying that the 1% payment plan, okay, is very flexible and very convenient for the first time investors specifically. Okay.
That's true.
So, how is it beneficial for the developer, such as you, who came up with this kind of payment plan? We believe it is kind of costly in terms of you generating your income. Isn't it a bit slow?
Okay, just to give an understanding. So it's not costly at all. It is well priced. Comparatively to other developers that you mentioned, there are 100 plus developers out there in
Yes.
UAE now, with different projects. We still have, a well priced, sort of approach in our all properties or projects. Okay. When it comes to a 1% per month payment plan, it's very flexible for residents or a non-resident clients, both actually. How, for instance, I'll give an example here. So you only pay a down payment of 10%, and along with the 10%, you're only paying a 4% DLD. That's Dubai Land Department charges. After that, it's 1% a month.
Yeah.
Either in most of my properties, it's 10%, then 1% a month, or 20% as a down payment and 1% a month. So it's actually 8 years, 9 years payment plan, where
Such a long.
Yeah, because it's a long payment plan. The more longer the payment plan is,
The more they're flexible.
the more flexibility any investor would get.
Exactly.
In terms of they want to flip a property, they want to keep a property, if they're using it for end use purpose. So it works in the favor for everybody. They don't have to really go to a bank and ask for a loan. You're paying some amount, let's say 60 or 70% in your handover, and then post handover we have newly launched a 0.5% per month.
No way.
So that remaining balance of 30% is divided in 1%, 0.5% a month.
Stretched all through.
It's stretched with 0.5% for 60 months
Wow.
post handover. So you have
Wow.
5 more years after you get the handover as well.
Okay. So, stretching on that point again about the payment plan being very convenient in such a way. Okay. How do you guys choose your locations that you decide to put your projects in? Okay. In terms of returns, because all the investors are focusing on returns. What are they getting from the properties that they are
Yes.
purchasing? Correct? So, is it a smart approach for the location?
See, if you'll see the last properties or projects we have delivered or about to get delivered or something we have just newly launched into the market, those are well-placed locations. Okay.
I agree.
We are not trying to come up with something which is just behind somewhere on the corner of
Of Dubai.
somewhere between the desert. We're trying to give that kind of a lifestyle with easy payment plan and a lot of offers to our client within the city itself. I believe that cities still have some potential to have growth into the market. You'll
Okay.
see our latest property that we have just recently launched called Pace 102, which is located in Business Bay.
That's a good spot.
It's a very good spot. You're just walkable distance, 2 minutes walkable distance from
the
a
metro.
Business Bay metro station.
Yeah.
You are walkable distance to if whenever you want to take a walk or
From
go for a
downtown.
jogging down. So it's just in front of the canal.
Exactly.
You're just walkable distance. So it is well located area. You understand in terms of the price range. I would say it's well priced because in that particular area, the per square feet for purchasing a land is also higher.
So
You
what
know.
are we looking at? What kind of figures are you having per square feet in business
So,
perspective?
for instance, if you're going for a 1 bedroom, that is about 2.3.
Okay.
Or maximum goes till 2.5. But here is a point that you're getting an apartment on 102 floors.
At that price?
It's at a price.
Oh.
So imagine that you have something with you yourself living on a 90th floor, facing to Burj Khalifa. So imagine the kind of a view that you will have of a one bedroom.
To be a good view.
Yes. This has a feature that you have 40 plus amenities. That's one of the keys for Danube properties, because you have 40 plus amenities. These are just not a normal 40 plus amenities we have. We have about, there is a swimming pool, a jacuzzi, steam, sauna, nanny on board facilities. That is a daycare. If you're leaving your house, you can, place your kid to a daycare center for a few hours on the building.
Okay.
And then you have doctor on call facilities where doctor is available in terms of any emergency comes to you.
Provided by Danube itself?
Yes, provided by Danube. There is bowling alleys inside. You'll not see generally inside any residential building having bowling alley, golf stimulator. There is business centers where you can just ease yourself and have a client meetings or any sort of meetings. There is library to read books. You got cigar lounges. You got banquet halls on 106 floors. What else?
You guys have made a community stretching up to the
Yes,
sky.
so it's like up to the sky. That's true. So it's like with the click of that button from the lift to all over the place,
Everything.
you will be able to access all activities in one shot. So that's the beauty about Danube properties. We discussed about payment plan. We discussed about furniture. We've been associated with different brands. Our own brand, Danube Homes. So it's all in all a backward approach where we can take care of the quality ourselves. It's not something we've been outsourcing, that X developer has outsourced some very big brand. But yeah, that's an outsourcing. They can't really control, any price range. They can't really control the quality. Whatever quality comes, they'll put it. Here we can control everything from the back-end approach.
From scratch to end.
From scratch to end.
Wow. Anyway, let me ask you this question, because I've been coming about it a lot of times. Coming from a lot of developers, I won't mention the names, okay? But I haven't got this complaint coming from Danube properties, okay? The complaint is late handovers. They promise a specific date, okay? But at the end of the day, they stretch it up to almost a year or even a year and a half. So how do you guys manage to deliver on time, always?
It's the same approach that we use. It's a building material company.
Please break it down for us.
So I'll just break it down that for you. So building material company where we have everything from scratch. We've been associated from the start, since I've told you that we have been established in 1993. So we have very good network and connections by our contractors.
1993.
So we've been connected with the best of best contractors with us. We know we can't really rely on just one contractor for all of my properties, right? There are different contractors for all the properties to be delivered on time, because we know who can do what. Now, X contractor can't really construct diamonds, but Y contractor can construct diamonds in the same time. Or before the handover. So if you'll follow the page of Danube Properties or Mr. Rizwan Sargent's profile on Instagram or TikTok, you will be able to see, there is a lot of awareness about our properties from him. He goes to the site physically. He sees that what's happening to the site. So we are actually working very grounded way. It's just that, this man who is big, billionaire, still comes to work every day, looking after everyone, what's happening, what's not happening, So that's precisely how importance he gives to the timeline, And you'll see from Pearls by Danube, which is located in Furjan, we delivered 6 months beforehand. Gems, which is about to get handover, we have already, sent the possession letters to our client before 6 months or 3 months beforehand. So we're trying to deliver our properties. It's not something we are bringing 50 projects in a year. We are very specific about our properties we are coming up, or a new launches we are coming up, you know. So there are 5, 6 good launches will come up, and we'll try to deliver on the same timeline or beforehand.
Wow, amazing. So for everyone out there who's watching and listening in, okay, you're having that question of late delays in terms of handovers. The lady herself here, sitting in the new properties, representing the new properties as well, she is explaining the fact that they always deliver before time. So where would you look other than the new properties? Manu, another question for you.
Yes.
Okay, you are having almost 40 plus projects. Okay, some already handed over, some are still going under construction. Okay, so what is the message behind those names that you choose for a specific project, like Diamonds, Bays 101, you name it?
I personally like Diamonds by DANUBE. It's almost 6 billion dirhams project in
Six.
itself.
6 billion dirhams.
Yes. It's one of a kind. You look at the location of that property. It's on the corner plot.
Uptown JLT.
Yes, it's called Uptown JLT. It's right beside Uptown JLT, I would say. It's a
Okay.
part of JLT, but it's right beside Uptown JLT. Right next to the MCC building, that glass wall, there is a lot of construction happening around that area.
Why did you choose that specific location? Because from what I can see, there is few land banks, less of development that is supposed to be happening there in the near future. So why did you guys choose that location?
See, JLT is still one of the best locations, I would say. Whoever comes for the first time as a tourist, they would either know Business Bay, TIFC, or they will know Marina or JLT. These are the one of the places where, a higher yield income you can generate from your own house.
Okay.
So you can generate about a great capital appreciation. See, there is a scope there in that particular area. Okay, we feel that we can have about 6-7% capital gain every year in this particular location, because again in that particular area you will find a lot of things are happening. There are malls coming in. There are 140 floor. There are malls coming in. There is 140 level building introduced by the MCC.
DMCC, yeah?
Yeah.
The glass wall.
Just next to us.
Yeah.
Imagine you'll see those fireworks from the place, from your own house. Imagine one side you're facing Jumeirah Islands, which is like most expensive. You have about 15 million is the starting range for that villas in the front.
Correct.
So that's the best part. The opposite side, you're well accessible to the beach, that is JBR, a very famous beach around. You're accessible to the metro station, DMCC. There are 6 metro lines, which is just around the corner. TMCC, Shoba Reality Metro Station, Ibn Battuta Metro Station. You're just around.
Strategically located.
Yeah, so it's a central located place. You just bang on Main Sheikh Zayed Road. There are a lot of infrastructure coming towards Palm Jabal Ali, which is like a central part. You're nearby to the new airport, which is coming, Al Maktoum Airport. So a lot of things are happening towards that side, and whoever is buying, definitely they will have that kind of appreciation on their property.
Exactly.
JLT is one of the areas which is very old. The buildings are not well maintained, So we are trying to change that perspective for a lot of developers who have developed there.
The area
or
itself.
the perspective of a lot of people that, hey, the buildings are not nice. Internally the buildings are very sad or not well maintained. We're trying to build that kind of, benefit for our clients to still go for that area with well-maintained building.
So you guys, in simple terms, are bringing vibrancy in JLT.
Absolutely.
Because vibrancy has been something that has been lacking in that region. Okay, like you mentioned, most of the buildings there are very old, and the DANUBE Diamonds project is going to bring a different aspect of vibrancy and life.
That's
in terms
true.
of also appreciations, rental yields. Okay,
Absolutely.
so being that it's a new project, one of a kind in the area. Yes, we have DMCC project as well, the glass tower, but Diamonds by DANUBE is something else. I give you that.
something outstanding for
something
sure.
else, something else.
And we are going to deliver that one also
I
on time.
can't wait. I
On
can't
time
wait.
or
Can't
maybe
wait.
beforehand.
So, for investors out there who are exploring the real estate
Yes.
market of Dubai, okay, from Africa, all over India, what advice could you give to them, being that you are a developer yourself? Okay, what advice could you give to these people, and how could they benefit from this?
See, it's very easy to have an investment in Dubai. First of all, you will see 140 plus nationalities all around
A
in the
lot.
world. You will see in Dubai, right? So it's very flexible. Plus, your investment is very safe here. You know why? Because it's just not about Danube. I would say general that the investment is very safe because you have FRERA, which comes into the picture, your Dubai Land Department, which takes care of your registration of your house. Your house is freehold. You can pass it on to your generations.
Oh, yeah?
So first of all, you're just buying a house, I understand. But other than that, there is no income tax which is involved.
Okay.
Tax-free
It's tax-free.
property that you have. Investors are coming up from all across the world, be it UK, Singapore, or as Africa, or you find all around the world, US. So there is an investment which pumps in Dubai,
True.
right?
True.
So it's very easy. With Danube also very easy that we can entertain non-resident as well as the resident clients. Very easy process.
You move hand in hand with the investor.
Yes,
all the
we
way
go very hand in hand. Everything is online nowadays. You can sign your SPAs, you can sign your KYC, each and
Paperless.
everything online these
Paperless
days. You don't
purchase.
have to really come down to the office or a developer office, take time out. So you don't have to do that. It's
Wow.
very flexible, ease to do any sort of transaction with Danube.
Are there any visa benefits attached to this purchase?
Yes, there are a lot of benefits that UAE government they are initiating
Okay.
for the people who are investing for the first time,
Yeah.
or the repetitive investors, or the people who wants to live here.
Okay.
Commute casually. So there is one visa called Green Visa, which is applicable in a very small purchase of 750,000 AED.
Okay.
Okay. You get a visa for 2 to 3 years. You can do a renewal in the later stage. That's one.
Okay.
Anyone who invests, let's say that's the second visa I'm talking about. So anyone who wants to go for $1 million transaction, let's say a 1 million above any
Okay.
transaction, then that case is applicable for a silver visa.
Silver visa.
Which is applicable again for 3 to 5 years, depends on the portfolio of the buyer. Then comes a golden visa, which is a most famous between the
The most
investors.
known, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 2 million and above,
2 million and above.
nothing below. See, it's fun to be around them, to be
Okay.
honest. It's funny. They joke around
Okay.
most of the time. And, whenever they come to especially Danube, I feel, they like the interior. The way we have placed our interior, from any brand, they like it. And the best part is the payment plan is very flexible. You're spending about a minimum investment of how much? Let's say 100,000 AED, which becomes almost as a down payment, So that's a more attraction to those buyers. You have 10 years, 8 years payment plan, which comes 1% a month, which can be controlled from your rental income.
Okay.
Imagine you're buying a studio over $1 million. Okay, you paid about 250, which inclusive of your 4% Dubai Land Department charges. And then it's 1%, means 10,000 every month as an installment. You're paying about 700 or 750,000 till your possession, till your time. And then the remaining balance, like I said, 0.5%. It's not even 1%. It's 5,000 per month. So you're only paying 5,000 per month, which can be clearly taken from your rental incomes.
Oh.
Your rental incomes will start supporting your
Your postpaid
balance amount. So you're paying about 70% of your value.
money.
Yes.
What type of investors, nationality-wise, have you seen come through in large numbers to purchase properties from Danube?
Surely Indians, for sure. They're the number one buyers, but it depends on the season also. There are Russians who buy, people from Singapore, Hong Kong, all across GCC, of course.
Almost everywhere.
Yes, and UK, US, South Africa, for
South
that
Africa,
matter.
okay.
Yes, I've seen a lot of people keep visiting, they like that idea of 1% per month payment plan.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Because it's feasible, flexible for a lot of our buyers to purchase their dream house. First of all, it's not huge chunk of money you're investing to. Yeah, it's a small plan for about 8-9 years or maybe 10 years in some property.
You're the only people who are having that kind of payment plan
Absolutely.
in the
So,
industry.
see, it's very easy to bring a payment plan, but it is very difficult to sustain
To
in that
maintain
payment
it.
plan.
Yeah, true.
So sustainability is very important. It's a builder's submission, sometimes it's a bank submission. So ideally we cover a model of bank submission payment plan. But that brings a lot of advantage in our side because we are not just dependent on Danube Group or Danube Properties. It's a whole group which is behind us.
Exactly. Yeah.
The cost of the property, the making of the property, or giving the money to contractors to build, it's already pumped. It's already there. We are not dependent on just one area. So for us to deliver our properties before 6 months in advance, a year in advance is easy. Because we don't wait for the money, comes from this buyer, that buyer. No.
You have your own money stashed already.
Yeah, it's already there to construct the building. For South Africa, I personally like the way they come. Yesterday I had one of my clients who are from South Africa. They like the easy process was for them. How easy. It's a fully furnished apartments, first of all, So it's a fully furnished apartments they're getting. So you just have to bring your luggage and start your life.
Oh, wow.
So we provide your furniture from different brands. So in terms of the nationalities, I admire South Africa, also the North Africa region, Why? Because, they joke around most of the time.
Okay.
It's funny to be around them, to be honest. They're very generous by their nature. So I feel why they like Danube Properties more is because of the flexible payment plan first. And once they enter to the show apartment, they really admire, because they don't really have to have that kind of an headache that they have to now bring the appliances, now they have to bring the items in their house to decorate. Everything comes fully furnished. You have all movable items are fully covered.
So you buy, you purchase, you just go in and sleep.
Yes,
start your life.
Just take your luggage and go home. So that attracts them a lot. They like the finishing, they like the quality that we are providing. So it becomes very easy for them to take a decision in a moment, because of certain tick marks that they have.
How do you guys get them easy, like to take a decision instantly? Because from what I understand very well as an African, we have trust issues when it comes to our finances, our money. You understand? So how do you guys entice the Africans to make their decisions instantly? Because
so just to give an understanding, it's a top 5 developer, Danube Properties. We've been doing a lot of marketing. It's all awareness all around the world. Of course, our all properties are RED approved, freehold RED approved. So all the documentations are well placed with us. It's not something, trust issues definitely has to come when you have a shady developer you're investing to. You're investing somewhere where you already see whenever you go to the sales gallery, it's all buzzing. Every time buzzing.
Very active.
Very active. Even the owner is very active.
Exactly.
Mr. Rizwan Sarjan. So that, admires or the process, the way we take things through, from A to Z, it's easy for them to make a decision.
Makes sense.
We all your documentations are very easy, to do. There is nothing called some different payment plans for non-resident, some different plans for resident. It's equally same.
Wow. Let me say something for you, okay, for our viewers out there, okay? So for
Yes.
my fellow Africans who are looking to do property purchase or invest here in Dubai, okay, look no further than the new properties and the lady herself, Mani Kapoor. She will walk you through step by step how you can go around this and how you can benefit from this. She will even advise you on how you will lose your money so you don't go there. And she will even show you how you're going to make money off of your investment. Okay, so trust in her and visit the new properties anytime, whenever you are ready. Mani Kapoor,
Thank you so much. That's really appreciate your kind words.
no issue. I've been working with you, so I know your track record.
Thank you. I really appreciate Moshin for inviting me in this amazing podcast. Okay, this is first time that I'm doing, but
been
I'm
a
too
pleasure.
comfortable with you.
You were natural. You were natural.
I think your vibe.
Thank you so
But
much. Yeah.
please, viewers, whoever is viewing, it's very, very important to be in touch with this man. He's doing A to Z everything, right from reselling to sell you a great, great opportunity is here in Dubai. Looking forward to see you again
Always
to the
money.
show. Maybe we
Always.
keep doing the
This is the
same
beginning.
podcasting.
This is the beginning when it comes to the media
For
industry.
sure, for
it's
sure.
the beginning.
All
We've been
right.
doing business and we're still doing business money.
Perfect.
No issue. Thank you so much, our viewers.
Thank you so much.
Tune in next time.